Don't get me wrong, I love a super long audiobook, but sometimes you're in the mood to listen to something short, something you can listen to in a day or less. So I decided to put together this list of short audiobooks because, let's be honest, they can be kind of hard to find. If there's a book you think should be on this list, then by all means, add it in the comments below, and I will be happy to add it to my list on the website for short audiobooks. This is going to be a continuing list available there, so if you think I should add one, then let me know. First up is Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane, which many people consider to be one of his best works. It's a story, a magical realism story, about a boy who meets a girl at the end of a lane where there's a pond which she calls an ocean. It's an exploratory book about relationship, about growing up, adolescence, and imagination, really. So if Neil Gaiman is one of your favorite authors, then definitely check this one out. It's a short audiobook, so you should be able to listen to it in no time. Next up is an American classic, True Grit, which has also been made into a movie. It's a Western about a young girl whose father is murdered, and so she kind of goes on this little revenge adventure with some less than normal characters, and it's a really beloved classic in America, so if you haven't read it, you're trying to up your classics read list, then definitely this is one to check out. Next is a self-development / technology book that I really loved called Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. It's really a book about our modern era and our addiction to digital things, the digital world, and how maybe that's not the best thing for us. Really fascinating book. He packed a lot in a short amount of time, and I plan to read it again. It's that good. Next up is one of the most famous mysteries from classic murder mystery goddess Agatha Christie, And Then There Were None. This is a absolute classic, so if you're ever interested in that genre, this is one of the books that is referenced the most. It's definitely a great one to read if you haven't already, and it's really short, pretty quick one. I've noticed quite a lot of celebrity memoirs are actually really short, so I have a few on this list and we'll go through them now. The first is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. Another is Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham, and Bossy Pants by Tina Fey, A Life in Parts by Bryan Cranston. All of these are really fun short books, and I think it's an interesting subgenre that are really short audiobooks to get into if that's what you're looking for and there's a celebrity you like. See if they wrote a memoir, because odds are it's pretty short. Next is The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, a classic horror ghost story where a governess is hired to look after children in a house and she starts to feel otherworldly presences. This one is super short and a big part of the classic horror canon, so definitely check it out. Next is a self-development book for creatives called The War of Art, which is a fantastic book, kind of a motivational kick in the pants sort of book about the war of art, what it takes to be a creative, and it's really enlightening and something that I have reread and plan to reread many times. It will always be close to my desk. The End We Start From is a really atmospheric literary fiction that is post-apocalyptic, but in a very artistic, almost otherworldly, dreamy way. By the way, I'm really sorry if you can hear Bo panting, but he's warm and he refuses to leave me alone, so I don't know. He's just my co-host. That's all I can say. Next is another self-development book that I have really loved. It really changed my productivity in a lot of ways. It's called The 5 a.m. Miracle by Jeff Sanders. And there's quite a few books with that title, so make sure you're getting the right one. I'll post the cover up for you, but it is Jeff Sanders is the author. And it's really not only just about the 5 a.m. idea and getting more time out of your day, but also the idea of how you can structure your life, get your goals met, and it really, it's not my exact system, but I was definitely heavily inspired by it for productivity, and it really changed the game for me in a lot of ways. Next is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. Shirley Jackson is one of the queens of horror. She is truly fantastic in my opinion. We Have Always Lived in the Castle is about a girl named Maricat. There are all these rumors about her and her sister and her family, some of whom passed away, and when a new visitor comes to stay at the house, things take a more sinister turn. It's really dark and imaginative in only the way that Shirley Jackson can do. If you read The Haunting of Hill House, which is also by Jackson, then definitely get this one. It's one of my favorites. Next up is a book for writers or creatives in general, but mostly writers. It's Bird by Bird, a book on creative writing advice and life advice. It's really both of those things mixed together. She has a very unique voice, a very unique style. It's kind of funny and humorous, and I've heard great things about the audiobook version. The last self-development on this book is called Un-F Yourself, which I will not say, by Gary John Bishop. Really good book, a really straight to the point, just kind of like get it together, man. real talk kind of book that has helped a lot of people, and I really liked it. I think I like to read motivational books now and again, and this was a really good one and really good on audiobook, so don't discount that version of it. And it's really become quite a movement, this book, so if you like self-development or motivational stuff, it might be a good one to pop your headphones in, have a short audiobook listen. It's really, really short and easy to take in. Last on this list is The Grown Up by the author of Gone Girl. It is a very short, very, very short. So if you need to up your reading goals list, then this is one to kind of sneak in there. It's her dark, sinister type of style, and I enjoyed it, but not as much as her others, but still a nice short little listen. I think it was originally published in a collection of works and was then brought out on its own to be published separately. So definitely a good one to look into if you really want a very, very short audiobook. Short reads can be great for so many things. I mean, they can get you out of a reading slump, they can entertain you on your morning commute or just on a day drive, a day trip you're taking somewhere. They're not to be discounted, but they can be hard to find. I noticed as I was putting together this list that they kind of tend to be in the same categories of a lot of horrors tend to be shorter, celebrity memoirs. Some of the classic murder mysteries are quite short. That's not to say there aren't shorter books in other genres, but it seems to be that there's a theme. So enjoy this list, check out the website list, which hopefully will grow over time. And if you're really in a pinch and you can't find one, maybe try searching just by those genres alone and see what you come up with. I don't know if you've heard of Libro FM, but they are who I listen to the majority of my audiobooks through. They allow you to support local bookshops while you're shopping for your digital files of audiobooks, which I think is fantastic. So you can definitely check them out if you want to. I have a link and a code. I think it's just Bex, my name, BEX. When you sign up, it's 2 for 1, so you get 1 audiobook for free with sign up pretty much. So definitely check that out if you're interested in it. Otherwise, go to your favorite audiobook place. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a quick thumbs up, drop a comment below, and if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, then go ahead, press that subscribe button, and Bo and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.